it's about to snow. Yeah. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So we're still talking about winter. So right now we're going to talk about how I prepare for the winter. I started out in the trucking industry here in the US last year, just as the winter was about to begin. And fortunately, I was safe during the entire period. So I'm just gonna relate to you guys, especially drivers who are just coming out for the first time, and you're gonna experience winter weather truck driving. Just a few little things that I did last year and I'm doing this year in order to be safe and in order to protect myself out there. Preparing for winter weather trucking. Now, the first thing, guys, you have to prepare yourself. The first thing you need to do is look about yourself, prepare yourself for the winter weather trucking. So how you gonna do that? Well, you gotta get stuff that will keep you warm, and protect you from getting sick. So we're gonna look at a few things that I have put together in an effort to prepare myself for this coming winter. Guys, last season when I started, I didn't have enough warm sheets, not enough warm bedding, and that is very, very important. So come this winter, I made certain to get 1, 2, 3 thick, comfortable what you call these comforters. Yeah. So I have 2 of these, and I have this sheet. This sheet is made up of cotton and polyester. It's 60% cotton and 40% polyester. So it's warm, and yeah, I have a few towels that I also use, to be comfortable. Now you also need warm undergarments. So I have a couple of these long johns, yeah man, these keep you real warm in the cold areas. I have a few what you call these tams, and I have a balaclava, because trust me, sometimes the place is so cold, it's as if your face is freezing. So I have a few of these, and I have a couple marinas. Yeah, and I'm gonna get some more. And we also need, guys, warm socks, real warm socks. So I have a couple of these as well. Yeah, a lot of warm socks, and I'll change those like every day. You also need warm gloves. This one I bought last year, and I've been using it outside, and so it's a bit dirty. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get them washed, but I don't know if it will damage the lining inside. But it's good and warm, Yeah. You need a few jackets, guys. You need warm jackets. So I have this one that my brother-in-law gave me in New York. Richard, big up yourself, bro. Nice and warm. Yeah, man. And this, I bought this for like $60, bro. But believe me, it's money well spent. This is warm, bro. Warm, real warm. Yeah. And then I have these two, these two Adidas sweats. They're okay. If you notice the lining inside of these, so it will keep you a bit warm if the temperature is not that low. They're good lining inside. And guys, you're gonna need good boots. You're gonna need the ones that will protect you from sliding on ice, because you'll get to shippers and receivers and ice is on the ground, go round to the back of your trailer and so on. Yeah, and you'll slide. So you need to get good boots, and boots that have good linings in them as well to keep you warm. See to it that your bunk heater is working, or your heater for your truck. So if you don't have a bunk heater and you have to idle the truck, you have to see to it that your heater is running okay. So them things important. And as I learned in CDL school, if you can get a candle and a coffee can, it will be good to have that in case that you run out of diesel or your bunk heater not working. You can just set it somewhere that it won't melt, somewhere and something metallic, and light that candle and put it in the can, and that keep you that will keep a bit warmish, they say. So I never tried that one yet, and I hope I don't need to go there. But yeah, you can look into that as well. I'm thinking to go get a candle and one of them coffee cans. So we are look now getting the tractor and the trailer ready. Well, the first thing comes to mind is your tires, guys. Winter is coming around, and you must see to it that your tractor and your trailer have good tires, with good tread depth. That's very, very important, to get that water that's going to be on the road, and get it out the way in order to get good traction. So you need good tread depth on your tires, on your drive tires, your steer tires, and your tandems. See to it that you have good tires. The next thing is that you need to have good washer fluid that will break up ice off your windshield and so on. So make sure you have washer fluid that won't freeze up. That's one. And washer fluid that will get the ice off your windshield. And again, see to it that your heater is working, so you can turn it to that little icon there on your knob that will send the heat to the windshield in order to keep the frost off with going down the road in the cool snowy climate. Must make sure that your brakes are your drum brakes and all of them are properly adjusted, because you don't want to have space between your brake linings and the drums, because that space is going to have water there, and the water is going to freeze up. You're going to have problems going down the road. So see to it that you have good brake liners, and you have proper adjustment. Other useful things to do is to leak the air out the tanks regularly after you finish driving for the day. Just leak the air out in order to get out whatever moisture, liquid, water that's built up in the air tanks. When you leak the air out, this water will come out. Right? So try doing that as well. And if you do a lot of drop on hooks, you have to disconnect from a trailer. Most trucks have this little section that you put the gladons and the electrical line in that area there to keep it safe and away from moisture. So it's recommended that you do that, because I see a lot of people just leave the glad hands and the lines and the electrical just hanging on the catwalk, and in the snowy conditions and rainy conditions and the moisture, snow and water and so will get into the glad hands, and that can cause problems. So just use that little area where they are supposed to be when they're not in use. Also, drop on hooks. If you are parked before overnight or so, or during the day before you go pick up a trailer, snow will get on your fifth wheel, and that snow build up is ice. So if you just go to hook up and you don't clear that ice, there might be a layer of film of ice between the fifth wheel and the apron of the trailer, and that space is not a good thing, so you might not get a proper coupling. So look out for them little things. So your brake can be frozen on your trailer, and you're driving and you don't know. So what you can do is get a tin of spray paint and spray on them tandem wheels, and when you get up in the morning to set off, you just drive slowly and snake your way and look to see if them wheels are turning, and instead of to be driving down the road, wheels are locked up because the brakes are frozen, and you're destroying the tires and getting that flat spot. So yeah, that's another helpful thing. Yeah, spray the side of the tires, in order to see to it that they are indeed rolling. So guys, another thing I'm learning is that last season during the winter is that it is best that you run off the top of your diesel tank, meaning You reach half tank, get more diesel, because you can never tell when you end up in a snowstorm or a situation where there's a banned commercial vehicle and you're not supposed to go on the road for whatever reason. So you're gonna need diesel in case your equipment like your bunk heater not working and you need to idle that truck. You need diesel. So don't be running on E. Don't run your tank down to E. So keep topping up, keep topping up. Don't go below half tank. You know. So and I think that's a good idea. And let me tell you guys, you will get stuck at a truck stop during the winter when it's snowing heavily. So you have to prepare for that. I remember one time I got stuck. I got out of the park spot, and got stuck on the way coming out of the spot itself. And I remember a guy had to use a chain. He drove flatbed and he use a chain to chain my one of my drive tire in order to get me out. The other time a guy helped me with some sand. It was sand that they use for cat patty, cat litter. So I'm planning to get a bag or two of the sand. At one time again, I remember I was stuck and I boiled water. I boiled three kettles of hot water and throw it around the drive tire, and it melt the ice enough so I could get off, and snake my way out. So you know yeah, these things are going to happen, so you have to prepare for them, guys. um when I was out there, I got no heads up, so I'm just trying to give you all a heads up. Just coming out here, yeah, prepare for those things. Now, going down the road, guys, you know, you have to look out for the type of road conditions, especially in the winter period when it's snowing. There's a lot of what they call it slush, where the water and the ice mix up, and the dirt and all of that, and there's can be black ice underneath that, and the rain falls on the ice, and then it freezes again, and it's a remedy for disaster. So you have to watch your speed, and you have to look out on the road. You have to look out for road spray. you know Road spray is when the wheel of the vehicle turn, and you can see that water splashing up. So that's a good indication there's no ice build up on the road. So look out for that. In bad road conditions, guys, when you have a lot of water on the road and a lot of ice build up, slush, you name whatever you want to call it, heavy rain, I just try to drive 55 miles per hour, 60 the most. I see a lot of guys, just fly by and end up down the road, hour 2 hour down the road. I see them same trucks in the ditches. It's difficult. Look out for the bridges, and there are signs saying that the bridges freeze before the road, because air is going under and above, and this is cold air blowing under the bridge, cold air blowing above the bridge. The bridge is going to freeze before the road. So you know look out. I don't believe there is a perfect driver. Sometimes we all lapse, sometimes we all, lose concentration for various reasons. But we have to just try our best. I have been trying my best. So, guys, yeah, those are a few little tips, you know, and I'm just trying to help, and to remind myself as well, what are the things I need to do to be safe during winter weather driving conditions. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.